Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Berlin. A new study finds news is becoming less serious and more boring.
This is how the news looks on YouTube.
Hey everyone, I'm Flo.
I'm Frodo.
Welcome to Was geht ab?
Was geht ab, or What's Up, targets 14 to 34-year-olds. They spend more time online than in front of the TV.
So how are things looking in Germany since the election? What's the breakdown of votes in the Bundestag? Resignations galore in the Greens and the FDP. Green Party leader Claudio Roth and Parliamentary Group leader Jürgen Trittin have both said they're stepping down.
The show is produced in this Berlin studio. Since July, the team here has been putting out one new episode a day. Florian Mundt, better known online as LeFloid, has become famous for his YouTube channel. He's one of 5 presenters on Was geht ab?
The difference between a regular anchor and me, or at least my role on Was geht ab, is that I get away with being more opinionated. I can also choose what I think is going to really interest this generation of viewers. And I include myself in that, and how to best convey it. The entertainment value is not at the expense of content.
The concept originated in the U.S. The YouTube channel SourceFed was their inspiration.
Since the late 1800s, the legend of Jack the Ripper has intrigued ladies and gents around the world. Who was the man?
Was geht ab uses a similar format of quick cuts and everyday language. The focus is on current affairs. The makers aim to present serious issues in an accessible way. Audience interaction is particularly important. The channel now has more than 130,000 subscribers. At a Video Day convention in Cologne, some 8,000 fans turned up to celebrate their favorite YouTube stars. Christoph Krachten, who works for the show, is convinced it's reaching young people who want to have their voices heard.
It's absolutely vital that online news engage with the viewer. That's the very point of the internet and social media platforms, and viewers really do get into proper discussions. That's the important bit. We're not talking about some article that has 7 comments underneath it. It's more like thousands. It's a platform for young people to explore issues.
Interactive news formats are growing fast. But does that spell the end for more traditional news bulletins?
Everyone, including young people, should really tune into the traditional news bulletins. It's important to know what's going on, but shows like Was geht ab are simply a bit fresher. I tend to watch the news more on YouTube or online than on TV.
I just find the presentation really interesting. It's not boring for young people. I just think it's appealing. It's fun to watch.
The show is just a few minutes long. Each episode focuses on one issue which is explained in detail.
Nazi violence, police violence, or this whole issue of homophobic propaganda in Russia, these are particularly interesting issues for our generation. And they're things we want to talk about from an emotional point of view.
LeFloid and his team are still experimenting. Getting the right balance between serious news and entertainment is not easy, but it's the fans who'll have the final say.
Shift says, get involved.